welcome amongst us Mr. Chandan Roy Chowdhury, is the president of Bengal Olympic Association. Thanks a lot, sir, for coming and taking time. Hi. And we have amongst us our president, Mr. J. Kapur, and also Dr. Arijit, who is an executive holding member of Sweden. Mr. Mr. Roy Chowdhury has spoken about his experience in sports management and game development and sports in India and Bengal. We are requesting Mr. J. Kapur, President of CMA, to introduce and welcome our speaker. Good evening, everyone. Great pleasure to have all of you here. And I have a very long formal introduction of Mr. Chandan Roy Chowdhury. Thank you very much for coming and welcome to CMA. And it's very heartening to note that your concept of sports management can be utilized by CMA to promote management concepts. So, of course, Mr. Chandan Roy Chowdhury is working for the past 35 years. And apart from being a very dynamic personality and also a journalist by profession, actually, he had devoted his life to basically sports. And as you all know, he is currently honorary secretary of the Bengal Olympic Club. And apart from things, we work together in acting and canoeing also, which is, related to rowing. So anyway, I just give you some details of his biodata. When Chandan Roy Chowdhury first forayed into sports administration, Sachin Tendulkar had not yet made his debut for India. That's amazing. Martina Navratilova stepping out to fighting it out for Grand Slam glory. And Lionel Messi was less than 6 months old. Roy Chowdhury was the youngest administrator in the 1987 South Asian Games held in Kolkata. The beginning of a journey that has seen him evolve into a mainstay for all things sport in the city. A lifelong sports enthusiast, Roy Chowdhury has recently been elected as the president of both the Bengal Olympic Association and he is also the president of Bengal Olympic Association, which is a very major activity. Additionally, he has been the secretary of the Calcutta Rowing Club for the past 2 decades, giving his friends to joke that everything at CRC was go through CRC. He is also CRC. Always gracious and a meticulous listener, Roy Chowdhury, 65, is attached with various social and sports organizations state Germany. Having previously served as Secretary General Vice President of the Bengal Olympic Association, he is also the current President of State Weightlifting Association, Vice President of the Judo Association, Vice President of Calcutta District Swimming Association, and also, as I mentioned, the Honorary Secretary of the West Bengal Kayaking and Canoeing Association. He knows the intricacies of sports administration better than most. Bengal has immense talent, but he says, identifying and nurturing the talent from the grassroots to its scale, Roy Chowdhury's primary goal as president is to focus on sports like table tennis, gymnastics, badminton, fencing, weightlifting, and shooting. Disciplines that often bring medals yet remain underdeveloped in the region. He is keen to position the state as a key contributor to India's growing sports ambitions, including the possibility of hosting the Youth Olympics and the Olympics Games in future. So over to you, Mr. Roy Chowdhury. We will be very grateful for your exposure and insight. And we will interact with you on the seconds. Take the body seat. That's it. Awesome. It's actually. Pick up the stuff. Be nice. I convey my sincere thanks and
gratitude to Mr. Kapur, the President, and members of Calcutta Management Association for inviting me here to interact on sports. Ladies and gentlemen, very good evening. I'm not a very good orator, not a debater, but as a sports administrator, love to interact on sports, as it has a very positive vibes and it increases the feel-good factor of mental health on us. I accepted the kind invitation gladly to share my thought with you. You are passionate about sports, either physically for fitness or mentally for recreation in life. I have to speak on a topic. Bengal Game Plan brought in an impact of sports management for betterment and development of sports in Bengal. Before I go to the main topic, I would like to share my realization about sports. As we all have gone through a terrible period a few years back and understood that health is wealth, considering our realization, at least we should spend some quality time for our fitness to any game, indoor or outdoor, as we take up. If not relate, as few games like golf, swimming, rowing, billiard, and so on can be started at any age. You will be aware that most of these games have a wide category from sub-junior to veteran are being played in national and international level. So it is not too late for any of us. To me, sports is not only a game. It is a stimulation process to think beyond your own ability and make you a different person from others. So I urge you, my friends here, ignite that fire within you, the desire for passion in sports. You may wonder why I am saying so, because I am sure no one in this room is without a mobile phone in hand. As we have made a habit of carrying it for our personal communication, since these phones have profoundly transformed nearly every aspect of our life, and it has become a part and parcel of us. My kind submission to all of you, how many of us made the same habit for our wellness and insisting our generation next to take sports as part and parcel of life for fitness with better mental health. In spite of reality is everything well, if you take up sports, you will never be healthy. I must tell you that sports is not merely spending some time with friends in the field as we used to do in our playing days for recreation and pleasure. Now it is a livelihood for many, and if taken up seriously, it has a arching effect in life, that is reward, recognition and respect for greater success. Now topic is game plan based. Is compared to a concept that aims to unlock the immense potential of sports management in West. Given West Bengal rich sporting heritage, a state where track, stadium, street football and cricket are part of everyday life, but heritage alone is not extended. Particularly the growing popularity in football and cricket and its passionate sports-loving population, a well-executed game plan can have a transformative impact on the state economy, social fabric, and global standing. We now need to turn that emotional capital into structural monuments and bring consistency in perspective and professionalism to every level of sports in Bengal. There are the possibility to unlocking the potential of sports management in our day-to-day sports governance. Sports management can significantly elevate the standard of sports by bringing a professional, strategic, business-oriented approach to various grades of sports ecosystem. In modern society, its commercial impact is immense, transforming sports from merely recreational activities into a global multi-billion-dollar industry. Here is a breakdown of how Gameplay can achieve its objectives, focusing on key areas of sports. Lot of the infrastructure development is there, upgrading the old existing facilities, talent identification and nurturing is all details are there. Event management and promotion, communication, commercialization and economic impact, governance and policy, clear sports policy foundation, a comprehensive and forward-looking sports policy for the state or outline long-term goal, funding mechanism and regulatory. After this present government came in power in 2011, they formulated a policy, sports policy in 2015 and spirit is policy that is that 2016 some of these has already been implemented and they are going to make another policy in this year, new policy. They are going to make after realization what of the changes they want to do. Game that big book. What we can think for strengthening grassroots scouting in our district, that is very important. Integrate structures, both improve sport education, upgrade and democratize district level infrastructure, launching the coach development fellowship for Bengal. This is a very vital thing. What I personally feel, we have very good talents in Bengal. But what we are lacking coaches. We don't have good coaches. As VP is here, he knows he attached to Roy. He knows that we don't have yet a very good coach in Bengal. Even during the past, we have seen like coach like PK Banerjee and others. That type of coach is not here right now. So coach is a very important factor for the improvement of sports in Bengal. Now you see most of the games, people being coaches from the outside. Most of the cases are foreign coaches are here. So we have to think in that how we can improve this particular area. If you don't have good coach, you just can't think for good players. That is very important factor. Introducing certificate sports management program with the state colleges. Scale sports science and analytics to district academy. We don't have any sports science institute in Bengal. That is that has to be improved because sports is no more a child's play. It is a career option for many, and it is improving daily, day by day. And now this after AI will introduce to sport, we have to think for that type of thinking and that type of science and mechanism has to bring it in Bengal. Create a Bengal sports CSR framework. That is also very important. Operational rural talent residential, revive and professionalizing state games under Bengal. From a sports excellence council to monitor progress in competition. Public-private partnership, that is also very important fact. Another very important thing is talent migration. Since other states are giving the better options, better job options, lot of good talents are going to. And this has to be stopped because we have to have the same type of facilities and opportunities for there in Bengal. Commercial impact through sportsmen. It is a revenue generation business. Broadcasting rights are there, sponsorship, advertising, ticket sales, merchandising, sporting goods, industry and sports tourism is a big factor. Job creation and economic growth, direct employment, indirect employment, infrastructure development, economic multiplier effect, professionalism, even management, strategic planning, technological integration, global market expansion, globalization of sports to bring a lot of other steam from the abroad, because nowadays there is an advantage. Lot of players are playing in the Europe circuit throughout the year, and they are gaining professionally, they are practical gaining, and at the same time getting good money for that. So most of the good players you find they are in abroad. Ethical consideration, maintaining the integrity and fairness of sports in face of commercial pressure, doping impact fixing is an important factor. Social responsibility, equitable growth. As a Bengal Olympic president, we are trying to implement something here, that is what, with the support of the West Bengal Sports Department, we have made the group. Under me there is a 36 sports. We have made 5-6 group. Each officer is monitoring every day each group. So any problem they are looking after, when the infrastructure facility lacking, or if there is any problem, they are monitoring the thing. The Bengal Olympic Association are undergoing a quite transformation. Under the newly elected committee, we are reviving state games. Recently we did in Malta, we are going to do the state games in different districts. Olympic Day, it will be held on 29th of this month. Then pushing for the inclusion of para sports. Para sports has made a huge jump during the last few years. In last one, the first we got, I think, 2 medals in 2010. 2016 we got 6 medals, 12 medals, and last in Paris we got 29 medals. So you can think what is the huge jump on this particular area, and you'll be happy to know that India is going to organize first World Para Athletic Championship from 27th of September to 5th of October. 27th of October to 5th November in New Delhi, and 125 countries are coming for this program, and total budget is 125 crore. So this is a huge step. So we just consider you is not just a body. It is a platform, and our job is simple: to create the condition and make planning where athletic coaches and administrators can do their best work under the guidance and planning of West Bengal sports and Twitter. You will be pleased to know that NCR 38 National Games Square held in Uttarakhand in last February. We have been under my leadership. I'm happy to say that under my leadership, last year our position was 18 in all India, and this year our position as I've raised the bar to 8. West Bengal government is going to give 5 lakhs for the gold medal winner, 3 lakhs for the silver medal winner, and 2 lakhs for the bronze medal winner. In fact, they asked the list for the medal winner. I've just seen today. But this money is very less compared to compared with the other states like Haryana, Odisha, Maharashtra. They just give 10 times of what we are given. That is also one biggest problem for migration to other states. You'll be glad to know that West Bengal is considering job to all these medal winners of national games. It is a good step by them, which will follow. National games is a mini Olympic, actually. Another good thing has happened. Central government project, that is Khelo India. Khelo India is a tremendous success story for the games as far as sports is concerned in India during last not even 10 years. Hello India's driving factor behind country sports moves. Over the years, Hello India has acted as a production line. It has been key in identifying and nurturing raw talent through its batches of annual events like Hello India Youth Games, Hello India University Games, Hello India Winter Games, Hello India Indoor Games, and Hello India Para Games. For any nation to excel in sports, a robust grassroots level is must, and timely introduction of policies really important. Our Bengal players have also benefited for this Hello India because as the medal winner, our successful players, they get scholarship of 10,000 per month for 3 years. So this is a very good attraction for the players. And as far as this sports management is concerned, this is a very important factor to take sports in a different level. Without the sports management, business management. Why people recruit the business management people for the success of their business, for strategical importance for their business. So sports management has become a integral part of sports in India. And in Calcutta, there is one of the sports management institutes. They have started, I think, 10 years back. ISWBM is a very old organization, but sports management they started 10, 15 years back. And lot of now these students are engaging this IFA. In fact, I'm going to recruit 2 boys from ISWBM very soon. So there is a immense potential of the sports management, boys and girls in everywhere, every sector. Recently in the national games, inter games were managed by this sports management, boys and girls. This is good to see that changes are taking place, and we are getting the experts and health expert support. Because in this direction, I'll tell the 3 big names that Reliance Foundation. As you all know, Tata Sports Foundation is the oldest one. JSW Sports Foundation are the prominent 3 corporate entities in India are significantly contributing to the development of sports in the country. They all share a common goal of nurturing talent, building infrastructure, and focusing on creating robust ecosystem from the grassroots to high performance level. All 3 foundations have invested significantly into sports development in India. A lot of our young boys and girls, talented boys and girls, they are either in Reliance Foundation or Tata Foundation or JSW. So, due to this CSR fund and this type of corporate is coming forward, so sports is taking a different angle altogether. And lot of people, it is not necessary that you have to be a player. You can be anything. There is a lot of other sports are there in the sports plan. So sports management is the game changer actually. Can play a positive role for development sports in Bengal in the years to come. So we have to concentrate in this sector. If we implement in our future plan and program of sports by engaging more sports management professional, in all aspects of sports, it will be great help for us. Sports is now a multi-billion dollar industry throughout the world. India's sports industry on a fast growth track, projected to be nearly $130 billion by 2030, with a 14% growth rate. This is expected to create 10.5 million jobs and generate 21 billion in indirect tax revenue. Fueled by increased investment, a growing multi-sports culture, digital advancement, and government initiatives like Hello India, TOP means it is a target-oriented program. This is a central government program in all the elite athletics like Because this anybody you name it now, Neeraj Chopra to all, they all are under top. Top means they have been targeted for getting medals in the Olympics, and they get training in the abroad. They stay for 4, 5, 6 months under the best coach of the world, and so you can see what success we are getting. Hence, the need of our is prepared, trained sportsmen and professionals. We need 3 more institute in Kolkata. Only ISWBL there, and others too are coming. I heard CMA also started a sports management not certificate course. Technically, here also going to start. So I hope to be this more young generation will take up this thing. From the sports administration to the sports broadcasting, sports law to sports economy, from grassroots development to sports mind. All this sector is ISWB is the first magazine institute. I said, so I'll tell you what this present government has done during last 10 years. Sports Academy. They have done 4 academy in Calcutta. One is Bengal Tennis Academy, Bengal Table Tennis Academy, Bengal Football Academy, Bengal Archery Academy. In fact, in the national games, one boy from this archery, he got the gold medal. Badminton Academy, they have started recently. Rifle Shooting Academy, very recently they have started. Women in the game is another success story. You all have seen that women have come forward, and there is a success story everywhere, from cricket to football to tennis, everywhere, even shooting. Everywhere women's success is much bigger and much better than the men's. Swimming Archery Academy at Sorte. So recently, this government has started 8 academies. Stadia. They have newly constructed 19 stadia in various districts and renovated the old 155. Upgradation of Vivekananda Yuva Bharati Kirangam to international standard. You have seen that we organized 2 under 17 World Cup, football and others international standard event we organized. Upgradation of Netaji Stadium to international standard. Upgradation of Ishwar Bharati, that is also on the stadium in Jadavpur. Then flood lighting system installed at Bengal, and more now. Construction of an international hockey stadium in the premises of Vivekananda. That is also happens the first time in Bengal. AstroTurf has been swimming pool. Newly constructed swimming pool is 3, renovated 3. Youth hostel. Newly constructed 23 different districts, renovated 19, work in progress plan.
That like it.
And you comply in this high this year. Yeah, big lot 423 playground in various places, very district. Then
Right to it, by guys, and
also, as you all know, they give around 2 lakhs to each and every club, vehicle club here. Last year, grant distributed like 8,289 crores with grant to state level association. They give the association and that Bengal Olympic Association every year 3 to 5 grants. Every year for distribution of grant to coaching camp, that is 1 lakh each, monthly honor. This is a new thing they have started. 1,000 to 1,555 numbers of retired sports persons. They get as a 1,000 as per month, who represented state in national and international levels. Introduction of awards under Khelo Sri program. That is Khel Sanman, Bangla Board for players of Eastern years, Hira Guru Samman for eminent coach, lifetime achievement award eminent sports personalities, and special award. So, budget provision, this is also very remarkable thing to note. Budgetary provision increased from 1,126.37 crore in 2011-12 when they came, and today, last year, it was 840.34 crores. So, 8 times jump from 126 to 814%. So, this is a huge thing in sports. Sports is a big thing now, and sports, canoeing, another thing. As I told, canoeing budget has come up to 3,974 crores from, it is 130% from the last time when they started 2025-26. This mark has increased to 130.9% from the 14-15 when the allocated amount was 1,640. So you can realize where we stand as far as sports is concerned. It is a parallel business model has developed in India for last years. It is no more a child's play or just spending some time, as I said, in the field. It is a career option for many, and we have to develop the sports culture in Bengal, particularly because we have a lot of talents in every district, but we have to concentrate for coaching them, take them so that they don't go out of Bengal. Because the facilities, other state give more money. In Odisha, whatever archery issues. Yeah, badminton. Yeah. After coming from the Olympic, Odisha government has given it 6 crore. Just think. So that benefit. Another good thing India government is thinking. It is a very good positive sign that they are thinking that those who have dual citizenship, they can play for India. All are not getting chance. Suppose somebody is in America or USA, France, Germany, they are not getting chance from that country. But being an Indian citizen, dual citizenship, they will be allowed to play for India. Since 2036, we are planning for Olympic, and hopefully we held here. So we have to think from now how India, at least when it is happening in India, India gets more medal. Paralympic, I can say, is a huge talent because para games no one thought of. Even I never this. I've just become president for the last 5 years. Before that, I had honestly tell you, I had no idea about the para games. But when I went to Paris last time, I saw that it is much bigger thing, much bigger area, and people should not feel that I am disabled. They just can't think. He said, if you go to any para games, you will say you just cannot differentiate what is para or what is available. So I'll tell you, the sports management has a big role to play. It is a game changer. The more sports management people get involved in sports, and more we educated our generation next that they should take up sports seriously. Then we can continue, we can grow, and we can parallelly be a business model for India and for Bengal. And we all have that opportunities are there, but we need more planning and more involvement of people. Thank you. So I can take any question or any issue.
So before we ask the audience to ask questions, may I request
Dr. Banerjee to interact with him on some pointers that he might have made. And then we'll open the floor for questions.
So after this oral rhetoric myself, I think I understood that I'm a novice in asking questions. What was I supposed to ask 2 pages? It's all covered by colleagues. So, but I am also not a bad student. So I've started thinking new questions on behalf.
Yes.
So my primary objective to ask you this question is very different. Number one, we see that these days there is a typical tendency of sports people becoming role models. So that is the gap. But do you think that they getting into advertisement and branding is making or breaking their career?
No, you see, everything have a positive and negative thing, and everything have a some commercial. People, always, we being like human being, we always think something commercial. Key love, always we think that. Ye key love, particularly this generation. You know, I'll tell you very simple, my practical experience. When I, as Mr. Kapur said, when I joined making sports administration way back in 1987, I just became very glad that I'm going to assess the player as a attaché. I never thought what money I'll get or what I'll do with that. I'm happy that I'm going to join with the players and enjoy that thing. But nowadays, if you take any asas or students of any college for that, they will first say, I'll miss the class, what I'll get, how much you will pay. So, you see, everybody is now more commercial. That days are no more. So, this one is good positive side, one is good negative side. See, nowadays, all the players are doing something of it. If they become unknown in case, they join in some advertisement and anything. But always they are not.
Does that affect their career by any chance in the long run?
Why? Because it can do side by side. In fact, it is a good, I'll say, initiative and positive high for them that if I become more success, I'll bring more money for me, more.
So the responsibility is also adding on actually.
Yes, it is a good, I'll tell you, it is good.
So more or less, whoever amongst us has a sportsman spirit, all of us should be having. We can always join sports. I think age is not a bar.
No, I said, now it is not a factor at all because there is a veteran in all games and it is played internationally. We are not much aware of what is happening in India, but if you go abroad, everything can be, any game you would like to play, you can see that pickle games. It is a suddenly, I think none of us had any idea about this game 5 years back. But today, there is a 80 court in Calcutta. Half of this tennis sport is converting to pickleball. Pickleball has become a very, very success story because any agent can play that. So sports is a business, sports is a life, so you have to be in the sports. If you are in the sports, if you play something, it will be different from others. This much I can tell you. Even you see that chase. That 18 years boy got 18 crore. Half of us in the lifetime cannot earn that money. So in fact, I went to Jamshedpur recently for a chess program. I told that you should start as a very successful program. Most of the people in India is suffering in dementia and depression. They should play chess. For that you don't need. I suggested them that way, and I came to know it's very good. It's a organization from South. They are taking up a particular village and they are saying all the village will have to spend at least 1 hour for the chess from young kid to have to pay chess. They will provide everything, but you have to pay chess. So, see, Deep is here, he wrote in Calcutta rowing club. Rowing is another game. I hope he take with me. It has no age bar. And rowing golf, you can start in any age and you can finish at the end of your life. It is, you don't have to. Others can have a limited time, 3 years, 4 years, 40, 50. But these particular sports have no limit. Is it so?
I'll come to you, sir. My concluding question to you from the dais will be like, how do you think associations like us, Calcutta Management Association, or per se any Chamber of Commerce and its members, can actually get into association with the organization and mutually benefit?
See, this type of awareness problem is very much. We are not aware that what sports is. Sports is a very, it's not just play on the field. It is beyond that. Sports is beyond the boardroom, beyond the field. See, nowadays sports has come to the drawing room to kitchen also. You see, people can see in the, if you have the passion, you can see in the mobile and you can see the technique, everything you can make it into. So that type of what you did today, I think you should join Bengal Olympic. Will be there. If you need my support, you take the students and create this awareness.
Right.
This is very important.
Big clap for Arijit for organizing the question. And Joanne for sharing it. And we'll take 2 questions from the audience.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, my name is Shukrata Biswas. I'm Assistant General Manager of State Tax Vidya. I used to play table tennis. At present, in our state, there are 3,88,000 of table tennis playing. So, if you find the coaches, it is very few number. So, as BOA President, I would request you to improve the number of coaches so that every coaches can reach to the district, so that the district player can improve their quality. Because since I was a player, during our time, Bengal Table Tennis Association used to provide one coach for 15 days in a district. So we can get some knowledge, we can get some technique from the coaches. Now the demand of coaches and the crisis of coaches is very much there. So as the President of Bengal Olympic Association, I would request you to resolve the issues as far as the possible.
As I said, lack of coaches. That is a very, very get it. What you can do, in fact, I suggested Father Sanjay and also the Chandan Roy Chowdhury checking in your head just a few days back. Why don't you bring some coaches to India? Suppose he brings one athletic coach. He, as you know, he's going to start a university. Yes, sports university. There is Chichura or Chandan or something. I said you bring a coach. We will take the classes in the daytime and morning time or other time. He will be the trainer for the coaches. So that is a very, very.
And train the trainers.
See, you cannot say. Suppose you are a good coach, you need development. Everybody cannot go abroad and take training for the coaches. But if I can or we can bring any coaches in India, he or she can teach at least 50 coaches.
Martin is doing a civil institute in Rajarhat.
In fact, I met Mr. Mohata a few days back. He requested me, please advise me. I said, this is the lacking and we are lacking in this case. See, most of the boys and the girls who got medal in national this time, our position has afflicted. But they are all taking training outside, either in Reliance or Tata or JSW in Delhi, Bombay. So, thing is that and what you can do, like as I said, awareness camp is very important. At the same time, you have to have more tournament. More tournament is very important. Those who are playing nowadays, most of our table tennis players, from Bengal, and most of them, at least 6 months they play outside India. They are playing in Europe circuit. They are actually they are enjoying their life, and at the same time they are developing their research.
exposure to life.
Exposure to life is good. See, nowadays, since we are in the digital area, people are educated, more educated than nowadays. If you need it, I didn't go first. I got a lot of facts figures. I didn't say because ChatGPT is with you, you'll check that. So I didn't go for that. So I'll tell you, the practical thing is that we have to get involved in sports, and that has to be start from the school level. At least one class in sport, as once in a week, has to be for sports. That is mandatory. If you don't do that, you will suffer. Those who are doing in China, in Germany, they even the kids from the 7, 8 years, started playing. But we leave our children at the age of 13, 14.
I think Sundar has a question.
Yes.
Well, it's not really a question. I'm just very thankful to Chandan uncle for everything. I've had the pleasure of knowing him since 2009, and he has been a mentor to many kids, not just me. And thanks to him, he's like the pride of the entire rowing community, not just his own club, Calcutta Rowing Club. And he has helped the rowing community in all levels altogether, and still is. And again, thanks to him and his network, I actually went and studied in the UK, and I studied sports management. And again, something that I learned there, that there are two very separate wings. One is a community sport where everyone is rowing, and there are something like, which is the China model, where kids from 5 years are taken out and they're kept in a residential school and taken up together, and all of their thing is guaranteed, like starting from what they will earn and who takes care of them, to schooling, to colleges, so on and so forth. So that is kind of the army regimental thing that we get to see there. We have a chance where maybe a Calcutta Management Association with so many big companies in CMA and your support, we come together with a residential school or something like that, where we get to focus on certain sports and it's taken care of.
That is going to take place, because that is also very important what he said. What happened, most of our Bengals, these players are very poor. The moment you give the packet of food that you take, he wants to share with his family member. That is also very, what he said, that the residential is very important. Residential coaching is very important, that you can concentrate on your studies at the same time you are again, because it is a very serious subject. It is a very serious matter, and due to this digital transformation, it is very important here. The successful player, as you know, they see what the competitors video, what they're doing, very instruction. So it is not anymore a casual thing anywhere anymore. It is a very serious matter. So people like you can motivate others, and particularly you have to give up the schools which you can do easily. You have to involve the schools and to tell them that we are going to a part of it, can be part management. You are in the management. You are managing the business now. I'll request you to manage the sports also. Then you can start a certified coach for that.
That's there. But still not people done it, and I guess.
Yes, so you should ask. Because you see, politics, any country cannot get bigger and bigger economically by politics, but they can get bigger by sports. You see all these, and particularly now it has a big business, even IT, all these very because ISF, which we had no idea about this yet. So I hope some of you know why Mukesh Ambani is in the sports. Now Indian inter sports is controlled by Mukesh Ambani, because 2010 I was reading in a paper, he was 2010, he was sitting in Rio Olympics in the gallery. And then he realized, he realized that sports can make big business, which he is doing now. Yes, sports has become inter-Indian sport. Is said nowadays the CEO of Indian Olympic Association, CEO, you know what is his salary? His salary is 20 lakhs per month. The salary of CEO. So it is a big thing now. So when it is a big thing, we have to get involved. We have to get our next generation, our own children, our neighbors' children, others here, get motivated. That it is not a child's play, it is a serious matter.
So the bottom line is something like is that either you invest in sports yourself, your investment, or your neighbors.
What you just now you said, why water is going to invest in sports? What is it nature? His core area is building houses, but why is going to it? Today, this morning, I met a gentleman. I don't want to mention the name. He's a 25,000 crore businessman, big business, very big businessman in Calcutta. He's based in Calcutta. He asked me that I want to do something in sports. क्या कीजिए कुछ बोलिए क्या करना है. Even he said आपका Olympic भवन है, हम बोला यही है. बोला देख चुन लीजिए हम बनाते. Can you think of? So what is it? Because CSR fund is given, and that has become mandatory. Either you spend for a hospital or you spend for other places, but you have to spend that. You have to spend that money. But if you go for this sports, your return is better. You get better return. In fact, this sports tourism, we have done, this is the third year, we have invited several rowing clubs from the world to Calcutta rowing clubs. And it was such a success. It was really, I got 40 lakhs sponsorship for this. And when they came, it was both way traffic. Our sports boys and girls, they got benefited. They came to know a lot of techniques, and from them, at the same time, these people came and they got idea about what is Calcutta rowing club is one of the oldest 166 years old rowing club in India. The first rowing club in India. So like that. So this first exchange combination is good.
I think
he has visited all the rowing club in UK. I don't think he has left anything.
Question for the last.
So, by the inside person of the session, so I want to strategy. I head the sports management department at NSHO Business School. So, I have a question. Means on a national level or on a global level, if you get to see the commercialization that has been taken in place of the recent years, what is your take on this? Means it is really killing the essence of the game, or it is a boon, or it is a curse for the games that are taking place?
No, as I say, during our age, the field was the pleasure. We never thought that it would be my career. Nobody here, I think, in the room never thought of. But now it is a career option. So you have to take that challenge. You have to think for that. How I can get improved by going to the field or taking these sports as my career option. So thinking has changed. The environment has changed. It is not necessary that you have to be a good player. You can be coach. You can be a good commentator. You can be a physiotherapist. You can be anything. Indian physiotherapist who is traveling with the India cricket team, you know what is his salary. So, thing has totally changed. That old thinking is no more there. That West Bengal, East Bengal, that emotion, that thinking has changed. During our time, all of us could have easily name of the players. Now can you tell? I don't think any of us can tell 10 players who are playing for Mumbai. I cannot, at least can't remember. But that whole situation that's changed. It is not in Bengal or India, it is a global change taking place. Because of that digital you say, or thinking you say, yeah, another thing comes in. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. Maybe I'll tell you why I said this. Due to this AI, maybe tomorrow you don't have to go to the field. E-sports is a huge demand in India. Huge e-sports. E-sports has become a very big thing. Very big thing. We are not much aware about e-sports, but in the week of it, you go and see. Somebody was telling me in Delhi a few months back that after e-sports, why you are not developing e-sports? How about e-sports? This is very e-sports is a billion market. थोड़ा देखिए कलकत्ता में है you try to develop this e-sports. So that change is taken.
I think with this we'll close the session today, and it's a moment of big thank you because it's a very insightful and interacting with a person like CRC, of course, is definitely insightful journey for ourselves also. I take this honor.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. No, this is our place. Banerjee, thanks a lot for all of you. But before we wrap it up, the request Dr. Banerjee to thank you. His team, Mr. Roy Chowdhury, with the metro company, the appreciation of the Banerjee.
Thank you, sir, for the